For years, the fearsome jaws of Tyrannosaurus rex have been depicted in museums, paleo art, Hollywood blockbusters, and various other media with its monstrous teeth protruding from its jaws. However, recent research challenges this image. Instead, paleontologists now suggest that T-Rex, along with many other theropod dinosaurs, likely covered their massive chompers with a lip-like structure. In this video, we will explore this intriguing idea and present the evidence that is reshaping our perspective on how these prehistoric creatures may have appeared. Non-avian theropod dinosaurs are famous for their large, razor-sharp teeth, perfectly adapted for tearing through the flesh of their prey and striking fear into all who encountered them. Traditionally, scientific reconstructions of these dinosaurs have depicted their teeth as exposed, prominently jutting out from their jaws even when closed, much like modern crocodiles. And given the evolutionary relationship between theropods and crocodilians, this hypothesis seemed logical. Furthermore, many paleontologists argued that the teeth of some theropods were simply too large to be concealed behind lips. For example, the teeth of Tyrannosaurus rex could exceed 15 centimeters, around 6 inches, in length, making it difficult to imagine them being fully enclosed within the mouth. Over the years, the depiction of theropods, with or without lips, has varied, both in paleontology and paleo art. In the 1920s and 1930s, theropods were often shown with lips covering their teeth in a similar way to modern-day lizards. However, in the 1980s and 1990s, lipless theropods became more prominent, heavily influenced by popular media such as Jurassic Park and documentaries like Walking with Dinosaurs. This portrayal soon became the dominant public image, a terrifying predator with knife-like teeth protruding from its mouth. Curiously, this change in portrayal wasn't based on any major discovery or focused research, and it wasn't until March 2023 that a multi-institution team of paleontologists decided to challenge these long-held assumptions. To investigate the presence of lips in theropod dinosaurs, researchers employed multiple approaches. First, they examined wear patterns on tooth enamel, the hard protective outer layer that covers the crowns of teeth. For this analysis, the team examined a tooth from Daspletosaurus, a close relative of T-Rex. They compared it to teeth from modern lizards, which have lips, and alligators, which do not. The results showed that the enamel of the Daspletosaurus tooth showed minimal wear. This finding suggests the presence of a lip-like structure, as lips would have helped protect the enamel by keeping it moist and shielding it from damage during feeding or combat. The other critical aspect of this study involved identifying analogs in modern animals to better understand dinosaur features. Although birds are the closest living relatives of theropods, they lack teeth. To bridge this gap, researchers examined the skull features of more distantly related animals, such as iguanas and monitor lizards. Crocodiles have numerous small holes on their snouts, known as dome pressure sensor pores, which are part of their sensory system. In contrast, lizards and iguanas have a single row of larger holes above their teeth, called foramina, through which blood vessels and nerves pass. Interestingly, the skulls of dinosaurs more closely resemble those of lipped lizards than those of crocodilians. This similarity further supports the idea that theropod teeth were likely covered by lip-like tissue, rather than being constantly exposed as in crocodiles or alligators. Finally, the researchers also addressed the argument that theropod teeth were too large to fit entirely within their mouths. To inspect this, they examined the relationship between skull dimensions and tooth size in living reptiles like Komodo dragons, as well as in various theropod dinosaurs. Their observations revealed that theropods did not have disproportionately large teeth relative to their skull size, suggesting that a set of lips could have easily covered their teeth, including the enormous fangs of T-Rex, which were surprisingly proportionally similar in size to those of living monitor lizards. Nevertheless, not all scientists agree with these conclusions, with some critics remaining skeptical of this idea. Even if theropods did possess lips, however, the researchers suggest that, unlike mammals, they likely lacked the muscles needed for facial expressions, and instead would have primarily served to protect the teeth from wear and tear. Unfortunately, while bones are commonly preserved in the fossil record, soft tissues are not, making it challenging to determine the presence of lips without a mummified theropod specimen. Until such a discovery is made, we must rely on the current evidence. Now, the question of whether dinosaurs had lips often revolves around whether adding lips would make them appear less impressive or intimidating. Yet in recent years, discussions about dinosaur appearances have uncovered fascinating discoveries, such as the possibility that some dinosaurs may have been covered in feathers. But more about that in a future video.